Hello everyone, welcome back to Shadowtoys Photography. Today we'll be reviewing Mcfarlane, aka the Ghostmaker. This is a DC custom figure by Shadowtoys Photography, yours truly. If you don't know who Ghostmaker is, let me tell you, it's a DC character created by Tynion the Fourth and Jorge Jimenez, who you know I love, who did Punchline, Miracle Molly. This guy, again, if you're unfamiliar with Ghostmaker, let me give you a quick background on him. He came out around issue, I believe it was Batman 100, around, right before the Joker War. And basically, little backstory is Mcfarlane is Bruce Wayne's rival. He grew up with Bruce Wayne, training, not really like grew up like, school buddies, but they grew up training together, and basically all the guys from Ra's al Ghul to everybody Bruce Wayne trained with. Did I say Bruce Lee? I meant Bruce Wayne. Did I say Bruce Lee? I have to go check that. Bruce Wayne, everyone Bruce Wayne trained with, Ghostmaker trained with as well. So they're basically equals. In fact, Ghostmaker is a little bit better than Batman, just a slightly, like, fighting wise. The only difference is basically Ghostmaker uses swords and he kills the criminals and bad guys, and obviously Batman doesn't, so it goes against Batman's code. So yeah, so after they completed their training together, they kind of made a pact to never interfere with each other's crime fighting. So Batman obviously took Gotham, and Ghostmaker kind of just went around the world. But after, like, around the Joker War, Ghostmaker felt like Batman wasn't holding up his end of the bargain and keeping Gotham safe. So Ghostmaker broke their pact and entered Gotham and used his GhostNet, which is basically his bat computer, almost like a AI cyber, basically like a AI Batman computer. Yeah, and it's really cool. His suit is cool. He uses swords that, he can kind of turn into tasers, you know what I mean? And electrocute people for non-lethal. Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, so he entered Gotham, and now they're kind of rivaling, and he made the, what was it, Batman Foundation or Crime Fighting Foundation, and just not interfering with, but interacting with all the characters from DC, from Harley Quinn, Punchline, Miracle Man, all those guys, Batman, obviously. So anyways, and with the custom here, I'm going to get into the nitpicks right away. Obviously, if you do know the character, something's a little off about him. He is missing his armor. This is basically Mcfarlane pieces glued onto a Mezco Magneto the White, if you remember that figure. And it just worked perfectly. The Ghostmaker Mcfarlane chest, it was like one solid piece, and I couldn't like crack it enough or peel it to kind of put it on here. So it's fine. I think it works. Another nitpick is the white doesn't really match the rest that I sewed on. I gave him sleeves. I got some kind of like white, crackle. No, I think I covered it up. Paint all right. The wrists I tried to paint, and the paint just kind of chipped off. I tried a million different ways to seal it, and that didn't work. And lastly, I think his hands are a little too small. The hands I wanted to use ended up being too small. Then I was going to give him Batman hands, and they couldn't really hold the swords. And then I have this other hand, which is from the I think this is the Gomez one. I think he's got the Diabolique hands on there. I think this is like any Gomez Black Skull guy gripping hand. So I'm just kind of fooling around. I didn't give him any accessories besides what he's got on him. It kind of held me up because it took a while for me to get the swords and everything like that. But enough chatter about him. Let's get into him. Take a look. I did give him a once over on the pieces. I don't think I did anything to the shoulders or the gauntlets from the Mcfarlane pieces, but I did give her everything else a little bit of once over. I missed a little piece there if I'm being nitpicky, but yeah, I just repainted everything a little bit just so it looks a little fresh, a little pop there. I mean, Mcfarlane, they used to paint their, I did the boots too, they used to paint their figures magnificently. Sometimes it's like, it's not like it was back in the early 2000s, the Media Play Suncoast days, if you remember those, where they sold the Mcfarlanes. And of course, later on, Toys R Us and all that. But yeah, got the swords on there. The Mezco sold out of this is from the Baker's Dozen 2 set. And right when the day I was going to get these swords, like finally I have enough because it's like 2 sets. It's going to be not cheap, like 70 bucks or something. And that was the day I went to pre-order them, then went to waitlist. I was like, so it had to take a while, you know, so that's why it's been a little while. I want to finish these. You know, he does have everything under there. Yeah, I am stoked by the way this came out. I mean, not to, again, toot my own horn or pat myself on the back, but, you know, I wouldn't show a custom if I didn't think it was up to snuff or good enough, or if I wasn't proud enough of it to show off. But yeah, let's get into his articulation. I'll take his swords out and all that stuff. But yeah, he's got the full range of movement. I used green stuff in there. Shout out to Just a Jobber for letting me know about green stuff's existence. Works great. Full range up, down, tilt. Yeah, excellent. I can pop it off, but I don't have an unmasked head for him yet, so I'm just going to leave that on there. Arms. I mean, it is the Mezco Magneto body, so don't fault me for any articulation flaws. But yeah, he can get his arm up. I mean, he can get the T-poses going. Kind of put that in the back there, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to do the right hand for now because that one's out. Double jointed elbows, and I mean, he's got great wrist movement. That's why the paint didn't really hold. I really tried, but it's all right. I'm getting there. This custom gets a little better. Yeah, this is just like a floaty piece here because I didn't want it to. I was gonna glue it, but I wasn't sure. So he does have butterfly too, by the way. It's the upper torso. I'm just being careful with the swords. And lower torso for the crunch. Obviously, he's not going to get too much back because the swords, I don't want them to like break, but let's see. Actually, I can kind of push it. Yeah, so just standing upright without, I mean, I can kind of maybe manipulate it and bend it so the swords are off to the side. But yeah, it kind of just touches his butt there, and I don't want to break them off. So legs kick up. He could do, well, almost a split. I mean, if I pushed it, but you know, the cloth goods are hindering a little bit. Full gauntlet, thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot cut does swivel, and he's got a lot better up and down. But let me put this leg down so I can do the side to side. Rock that ankle. Not too much, but there, it's there. And of course, pop a sword out there. So yeah, Ghostmaker. Pretty good. Goes good with the Batman. Here we're gonna go right into comparisons. Let me pop this back here. I'll show you how it slides in. I think it has to go this way. No? Is it the other way? Maybe? No, I think I had it right. See how nervous my hand. But they both come out. That one comes out. This one comes out. Yeah, they both have to be facing. Blade facing right, and that one has to go in first. And then this one second. Just so the right height. Had to get it the perfect height. I will throw up on Instagram artwork, of course, from Jorge Jimenez on this figure. But as you can see, he scales. Let me get him looking straight. Perfectly well with Batman and Scarecrow. Let's bring in a bunch of guys here. Let's pop in a few Mcfarlanes. As you can see why I had to scale down. This is Brainiac, who could stay tall, but Knight here has to, Arkham Knight needs to be scaled down. Probably be my next project. I'm gonna leave Brainiac alone, but for now, let's bring in a couple Jokers. Let's bring in third party Joker. Let's move Bruce over a bit. And let's bring in custom Joker on a Black Skull body. So yeah, a little short maybe, but I mean he matches Batman. I mean without the without Batman's cowl on, of course, but I mean it's not too bad. I can live with it. I can live with it. I mean he's on height with Scarecrow. Let's bring in Superman. Squeeze him in here. And my other custom. Oops, he's got some stuck to him. Talon. So they're pretty good. Let's keep on with DC. Pop him out. Let's bring in Molly. Can I grab you here, Molly? Yes. Pop her in there. Yeah, maybe he is a little bit on the short side. That's the Magneto body, I mean. Maybe if I put his legs together, a little more height. A little bit there. Use the, whoops, bump into stuff. The background. There, let's get in Punchline on the side here. Let's keep this going. DC. I think that might be it for the DC. I mean, I could keep going, but I think you got an idea. Let's bring in some other brands. How about a Mattel? WWE Ludwig Kaiser. Yes, I'm getting back into wrestling just a little bit. Now's the time. Now's the time. It's it's been quite a while. Here's Tiffany Stratton. Couple here. Tiffy time. Yes, you're gonna see a lot more WWE pop up on the channel. Here's a Shadowverse guy, Arctic Trooper. Let's have him fight a those are both Mattel, the wrestlers, by the way, in case you didn't know. Have a Shadowverse guy, in case him fight some troopers. And yeah, I think the Joker counts as like a regular body, you know, thug guy. So I think that pretty much covers it. But another custom done. I've been working on customs non-stop. I did about 5 over the past 2 weeks, and this was one of them. Very eager to finally get this one done. Touch-ups on other figures. It's not going to stop, but it will. It is, how's the phrase? It is finite. It does have an end. It's not going to be ongoing, I hope. Knock on wood. You know, these are fun. These are good. Easy, cheap custom make. I mean, the Ghost, if you can find the Magneto for around 80 bucks, and the Ghost Maker, Mcfarlane, he's like 20 bucks. And then the swords, I'll run you, at least if you do it yourself, an under $200 custom. You know, I mean, maybe if you get the sword set, or if you have a sword set, you don't have to go and spend like 50, 60, 70 bucks on them. So we're looking at maybe 170 all in, if bare bones do it yourself, you know, no minus the paint. Paint's getting expensive, but man, I don't know. I mean, this Magneto figure sold out, so I don't know what he is now. But yeah, not too cheap, but like I said, just play the long game on some things and grab some things up. On the hands too. Yeah, it's gonna be a piece out kind of you have to kind of piece this out kind of thing. But yeah, maybe I should go. Nah, I don't want it to interfere. Well, he doesn't get any hindrance because of the cape. But yeah, very happy with this custom. Next, there'll be a couple more DC, and I'll be moving into other customs and things, but keep an eye out. They're not going to stop. Be sure to subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell wherever it may be so you don't miss any videos. Until next time.